the fate of Ukraine. Can Zelensky restore ties with Trump and save his country? Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is facing one of his greatest challenges since the war began. Beyond the devastating conflict that has lasted for 3 years, he now faces a diplomatic crisis. His relationship with Donald Trump has deteriorated, and this could directly impact Ukraine's future. Since 2022, Ukraine has suffered massive human and territorial losses. Entire cities have been destroyed, millions of people displaced, and vast regions seized by Russia. But now, Zelensky's biggest battle may not be on the battlefield, but in international politics. If Trump returns to the presidency of the United States, US support for Ukraine could drastically decline, especially after the former president's recent statements. Trump has openly expressed doubts about sending billions of dollars in aid, and reports suggest that he demanded a portion of Ukraine's mineral wealth in exchange for continued support. Faced with this scenario, Zelensky must act swiftly to ensure that Ukraine does not end up completely isolated and without support. A relationship marked by distrust and tension. Since Trump's administration, his relationship with Zelensky has always been complicated. In 2019, the former US president was accused of pressuring the Ukrainian leader to investigate Joe Biden, which led to his first impeachment. Now, the situation is even more delicate. Trump has publicly criticized Zelensky, implying that he is responsible for the war, and has avoided placing any blame on Putin for the conflict. Additionally, Trump's proposed peace deal for Ukraine has alarmed Western allies, as it appears to favor Russia, allowing Putin to achieve much of what he wants. Tensions escalated even further when Trump labeled Zelensky a dictator and downplayed Ukraine's efforts to resist Russia's invasion. In response, Zelensky fired back, stating that Trump is trapped in a Russian-created misinformation bubble. Trump's reply was even more aggressive, warning that Zelensky must act fast, or his country may not survive. This heated exchange not only damages their diplomatic relationship, but also threatens the international support that Ukraine still relies on. Does Ukraine's future depend on its relationship with Trump? Zelensky is well aware that a new Trump administration could completely shift US foreign policy regarding Ukraine. Experts warn that if Trump wins in 2024, 3 key scenarios are possible. A drastic reduction or complete cut of military aid, weakening Ukraine's defenses and forcing Kyiv to seek new allies. A direct agreement between Trump and Putin, which could lead to territorial concessions to Russia in exchange for halting attacks. Increased pressure on Ukraine's European allies, forcing them to take a more active role in financing the war while the US steps back. This uncertainty has caused concern among Western allies. Trump's foreign policy approach appears transactional, where smaller nations are forced to make territorial or economic concessions in exchange for military and financial assistance. And this strategy aligns not only with Trump's vision, but also with Vladimir Putin's global ambitions, as the Russian leader has long sought to restore Moscow's influence in the region. A personal feud between Trump and Zelensky. For many analysts, this crisis may not only be a geopolitical issue, but also a personal dispute between Trump and Zelensky. Zelensky's rejection of a rumored deal that involved handing over 50% of Ukraine's mineral wealth reportedly infuriated Trump, further straining their relationship. Within Ukraine, there are differing opinions on how Zelensky should handle this diplomatic crisis. Some experts argue that he should avoid direct confrontations with Trump and work on rebuilding trust. Others believe that, regardless of Zelensky's actions. Meanwhile, European allies have advised Trump already has his own perspective on the war and may follow a path that benefits Russia. Zelensky to refrain from responding directly to Trump's provocations, suggesting that he should seek security guarantees before making strategic decisions. But time is running out. While Trump's allies attempt to negotiate a new approach to the war, Putin has already initiated direct conversations with the former US president. Trump, in turn, has hinted at a potential rapprochement between the US and Russia, which would further weaken Ukraine's position. The war's future may depend on Zelensky's ability to manage this diplomatic crisis and rebuild bridges with a potential new Trump administration. Conclusion. What's next? The president of Ukraine faces a historic dilemma. Should he seek an alliance with Trump to secure US support, even at the cost of difficult compromises? Or should he resist the pressure and strengthen alliances with Europe and other nations? The truth is that neither option will be easy. If Trump returns to power and cuts US aid, Zelensky may find himself completely isolated in the war against Russia. On the other hand, if he agrees to a deal imposed by Trump, it could mean territorial losses and increased Russian influence over Ukraine. The key question now is, can Zelensky salvage his relationship with Trump while also securing a stable future for Ukraine? The fate of this war may be unfolding behind closed doors in high-level political negotiations right now. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think Trump will abandon Ukraine, or will he push for a peace deal? And does Zelensky have any chance of repairing this diplomatic crisis? Drop your thoughts in the comments and share this video so more people can understand what's really happening. Don't forget to follow our channel for exclusive news and uncensored analysis.